Yasu, welcome to the international community. I'm Carvelli, Master of Finance. Thanks for tuning in today. We're going to continue from episode 1, bankruptcy, consumer proposals, and consolidated debt. Today we're going to talk about bankruptcy. A lot of people are saying that this could take a few months, a year, or even 6 months to overcome. In my opinion, this is not correct. Like I've said before, this could take up to a couple of years before you even start rebuilding your credit. Now, you got to confide in your family, wife, friends, a counselor, and really talk about this. Even if you're going to cry about it, it's a really sensitive subject and it could be really painful. So you need to do that first. Then from there, you got to realize the credit companies don't want you to claim bankruptcy because they want to make more interest and more payments from you and no principal being paid. This is deadly. You're never getting out of this, okay? That's what they want, right? Because they make more money. That's how they make the most money. So this is a big factor. Now, if you want to think about your life and your children and whatever you spend time with, and you want to have those Saturday basketball, football games with your kids, you got to really think about this very cautiously. Meaning, if you've already tried to put down the fundamentals of budget, finances, everything, second job, your wife working or your parents helping, you've done all this stuff and it's just not working. You're just too deep. You really got to think about this and think, maybe this is for me. It shouldn't cost you your health and your sanity. It shouldn't go to that extreme. And you shouldn't have to kill yourself working and not even see your kid in years, okay? So let's think about that. An inside point is they could go back a couple of years. You don't want to be putting money and hiding money and playing all sorts of games. It's a really bad idea. This is going through the courts. It's different if you're going to put some food aside and get yourself going and necessities. That's good. But let's not play games and start lying and doing that. I don't recommend that. So now you want to decide to make that big decision rather to go bankrupt or not. You're going to have to confide in your family, friends, loved ones, maybe a counselor, and also your bookkeeper, your accountant. But that being said, the most important thing now is that you go to at least 6 trustees and you pick their brain to find out all the info you can. Some are going to tell you more or less. Everyone has different styles. You're going to want to figure out all these elements, the deal, how much. You're going to pick it apart and you're going to make this decision with all these factors, all this homework, all this time. This is a huge decision. Not go one place and think it's a Band-Aid. This is a major commitment to make this decision to go forward with the bankruptcy. A lot of people are going to say you're getting all these credit cards offered to you after your bankruptcy. Let's be clear on this. You might get some credit cards, but let's be clear. They're guaranteed credit cards. So you're going to have a little bit of money, $500, $1,000. But this is really healthy because this is going to make you deposit the money in the card and spend less and control yourself more, okay? This is a healthy practice. I agree with it, and I think it's a good way to build your credit. Another thing they're going to do if you do go bankrupt is give you a booklet. I highly suggest you read this booklet and you educate yourself all through this process to help yourself. Just don't put it in the drawer. They put together this booklet, these trustees, to help you. Use it, and read it many times, okay? The final thought on bankruptcy is these harassing phone calls, collection agencies, bailiffs, whatever else is happening, have to be stopped. This is a legal requirement. This is a law here. And if they don't follow that, you get a letter from your trustee, you could get it anyway, and serve it to them in writing by email, or if they're visiting you at your house, whichever method, and you tell them that, and they must leave you alone. So this is a benefit of bankruptcy. We're going to talk about consumer proposals, or Chapter 13 in the USA. And in the world, there's different names in different countries. But the bottom line, it's putting all your debt together at probably a 0% interest rate, keeping your assets, and paying monthly on either a year to 5-year term. This is a great option because you're protected from creditors and they can't harass you anymore and bug you and call you. And if they do, you could get a letter and show that to them. Remember, your trustee is going to be the go-to person at the end of this whole experience. So you got to really trust them and believe in them and shop around and know you're getting directed in the right way. I'm here to help you with that first step, but they're going to be the one to guide you through it. Now we're going to talk about consolidated debt, sometimes called the consolidated debt program, debt relief, debt settlements. This is a lot different than consolidated debt loan. So you apply for your loan, they tell you, oh, you're approved, but for relief or settlement or a program. It's not the same. What they do is they get you to make a deal with them. It's a contract. They have legal ramifications on this that they could come after you on, okay? So basically, if you don't pay it, you're in a really bad spot. All your credit is still bad. It stays bad. And they're going to pay off your creditors as you go, each one at a time possibly. This is a really, really bad option. I wouldn't do this. You could do this yourself. You can phone your creditors yourself and you could just make deals with each one. Maybe I won't recommend that if you don't have the forte for it, but it's an option. So I wouldn't do that. So what I would think about is if you get an actual loan. If you could get the loan through them and they give you the loan at 5% and they pay it all off, that's different. They're paying all the debt, it's clearing it up, and it's going away and you're paying, okay? They're going to hold the money, so you can't screw up because they could go back on it. It's not just money given to you so you could screw up. They have protection in this, okay? So don't get any ideas about that. This is another option. But another option, you could even go to your own bank and consolidate it too, right? Obviously your bank could maybe do it, or another bank, and put all the debts into one spot. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and like us on Facebook. Tell all your family and friends all over the world. I'm Carvelli, Master of Finance. God bless, much love, take care.